Hello, viewer. My name is Matt, and I am slowly but steadily crawling to the current goal of 100 episodes for this series 2. So let's get one more down and let's do it together. As always, if you have never seen one of my stock speedrun videos before, I strongly encourage you to check this video's description for an explanation and a disclaimer as to its content. I got stuff to do. Let's go ahead and get this over with. EOS Energy Enterprises, a company I have never heard of before, which makes me wonder why I've suddenly hit on it. Because if you remember, okay, okay, you know what? No, never mind. I know exactly why I hit on this. Apparently, something big happened to it on Friday, which caused it to go up over a quarter. Over 25%, which is probably why there's a lot of chatter about it, which is probably why that it has popped up here on my dashboard. Let me just go verify these numbers here. Yes, actually, it's been going up even before this past Friday. It has had quite the past week, actually. Looks like suddenly started on Thursday, this big old rocket up. I kind of wonder what that was about. So they had earnings. That might have had something to do with it. Sitting on a loss if they invested a year ago. Provides business update. So I'm guessing that it's this earnings that made things pop. I do see that investors sitting on a loss of 60% if they invested a year ago. I kind of want to look at that. I want to look at the past year. Yeah, that would be rough if you invested a year ago. It says energy. What kind of energy is this? I want to know that. Well, it's battery storage solutions. Okay, so it's not, it's not oil, it's not natural gas, not coal. We're talking about batteries for utility, commercial, and industrial and renewable energy markets in the United States. Big market, big up-and-coming market, those batteries. You can argue till the cows come home if those batteries to store energy from those renewables are better than legacy energy sources, because from what I understand, it takes a lot of very rare materials to make those batteries. So you can argue till the cows come home if it's a better solution, but you cannot argue that it is a very big up and coming market. And apparently they're killing it. Otherwise, I can't imagine any other reason why this would have popped on Friday. Is this the announcement of the call? Is this the announcement of the earnings call? I don't actually see earnings here. I think this is the announcement. No, I want the actual... Is that not here? What the hell, Yahoo? Come on, man. Come on, man. I can't imagine what they might have turned around, because they've been hemorrhaging money for looks like their entire history now. I can't imagine what might have happened. Maybe Conversations will be able to tell me a little bit about it. I want newest comments. Friday's volume was 13 million shares, 2 times the total short. Oh, was this supposed to be a short squeeze? Maybe. Let me look at statistics. Short percent. Not. We're not talking GameStop level of short percents, but little under 10% is still, a lot for some stocks. You don't usually see numbers that high. Again, it's not a GameStop, but it's still higher than normal. I kinda, yeah, 13 million shares, two times a short position. Shares outstanding is 82, so yeah, it would make sense that 13 is about 2 times a short position. That's a big deal. I don't know if I agree with that's that big of a deal. No public news, but I suspect we will learn about it soon. No news. Why is he saying no news? Wasn't there earnings? Or did I misunderstand that earnings call? Or did I misunderstand this article? No, I'm sorry. This article says that the earnings results have not happened yet. That's going to happen on February 28th, which is... Oh, wow, it's not even this week. It's next week. Very last day of February, week after next. So, I guess it's just going up in anticipation of that? I can't imagine what else. Predictions for Tuesday? I assume you mean... Not this Tuesday, but the next Tuesday. Goofy and speculative, one thing to say, having been part of the internet revolution, and this is directed at you. I don't know, already this guy's boring. Has been discussing the fundamentals on Twitter. You're not going to trick me into going to Twitter. I ain't going to that cesspool. I hope that's not the reason for the spike, but it's more likely than speculative. Oh, so perhaps the spike is because some douche nozzle on Twitter is talking about it. And it's about par for the course for modern day stock trading, isn't it? I am no expert, but it's always been my understanding that the company will never announce poor earnings during the week and usually holds off on such announcements until the end of the business week. I don't agree with that. That doesn't make any sense. And I can point to, if I had the time, probably hundreds of historical examples countering what the hell you're trying to say here. Bumping up, yeah, maybe. I don't want to jump on the bandwagon, but today's follow-through is a big deal. It would suggest something is about to be announced. Those were a short squeeze only. Something's being announced. I haven't seen it announced yet. There is this much movement with no news. I am tempted to sell, but that might be a mistake. There is news that makes it more short covering what's going on here. So apparently it's just moving for nobody knows why. Everyone in here is just asking themselves why it's going up. Jesus Christ. 28,000 shares for this guy, 9K for this guy, 15,000 for this guy. You guys be careful. You guys be careful. More news coming out that says this company is being bought out for $23 billion. Where is this news? Sounds like you're talking at your butt. Also, where the fuck... Where do you get $23 billion from? Market cap is currently $161 million. That is a buyout increase of... Jesus Christ. You know what? I don't even need to know the math to know that's completely ridiculous and outside the realm of possibility. Completely bonkers. Are you from the future 10 years from now? Yes, that's the only way that I can see this happening. If 10 years from now, batteries become a huge, fantastic business, and maybe even if you factor in some inflation, that's the only way you're getting to 23 billion. Holy crap, this guy's mental. And these four people that upvoted this garbage, they're mental too. Oh, it shows you? It shows you who upvoted it? Okay, Tim, Vitmar, Redo, and this guy himself. This guy himself upvoted his own comment. What a douche. You don't upvote your own comments. That's just, the basics of internet interactions. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, so apparently this went up for no reason. The only reason I can think of, I think if I was to pick one comment here that was able to accurately point out why this may have gone up, it's probably this guy saying that some guy on Twitter was talking about it, and then this guy speculating on that being the reason as to why this has gone up. This is probably the most accurate thing that I think I've read here. 0.72 made in... people that know the loan is approved must be buying. People... When 0.72 made... What is 0.72? Is that a investment company? It pumped then dumped when it's got an upgraded $11 price target. $11 price target? Really? Okay. I don't know if this sounds very lofty. $11 again in maybe 10 years, but like year or two, I don't think it's gonna happen. Likely it'll dump again and continue that trend until the loan is approved or not approved. I hope it dumps. I have patience to keep adding more shares. Why would you hope it dumps and then have the patience to keep... Oh, because you want to average down, probably. Oh, I see. You want to double down on your bad mistakes. That's... that could be... played a dangerous game. Okay, we're almost at the 5-minute mark. Yeah, I want to do a good amount of Googling on this and see why... See if the internet at large knows why this might have popped. There we go. So, EOS Energy... I'm just gonna type that in. I'm just gonna type that in and see what happens. Okay, I got their own website. Fantastic. I got the Yahoo Finance, of course. Proof finally begins to accumulate. They apparently have a manufacturing facility. Actually, when did that happen? What's the date on this article? 12... Oh, okay, it's old. Very old. 12 months ago. Do you accumulate EOS energy stock in... Maybe these guys know why. Hype Cycle. I don't see them talking about this company. Energy storage system market growing. Yes, this was this past Friday. Up. Market trading tends to be more volatile. Even technical source 60. Wow. Wait to tell me literally nothing. Let me take a look at this one. Advanced energy storage system market size growing. Set to reach. Look at the date on this article. February 16th. That was right around... Well, actually, no. The climb started a little bit before this article because this was published in the evening. And the climb started right about Thursday morning. It's possible that this article was in response to that climb. You know... Hold on. I want to look at something. I want to look at what happened with similar companies. We've also watched similar to this. We got this. We got this. We got this. I don't know what that is. This. I don't know, I jumped to the Fray one because it actually said batteries in the title, but sure, I'll open all of them. I want to see if they all basically track the same... Well, okay, no. I already see a break. That doesn't look the same as this. For the past 5 days, that doesn't look the same. That definitely doesn't look the same. That's... you can say this looks the same, but... It's kind of had... Oh, it's an interesting chart. But I'm not here to talk about that company. This does not really follow that trend, so it seems like... I don't know how to say this. EOS... EOSE? I don't know. But it seems like a lot of other similar companies are not really following the same trend, so it's kind of doing its own thing. That's what it seems like. Just as a quick analysis. This is gonna be difficult. This is gonna be very difficult to make a judgment call on because it seems like it's moving based on no news. Based on no news and hope, perhaps, is the combination that's making it move. Oh, jeez. You know what? I want to look up that Twitter guy. I know I said I don't want to go to Twitter because Twitter is hellscape. It should be burned from the earth. But you know what? Sure, what the hell? I want to see what this guy's talking about. Generalist, fundamentalist, controversial. Wow, this guy sounds like a dick. Oh, here he is. That's the same. Is that the same ticker? EOSE, yeah. With Long Duration Energy Storage Council on. Well, that was 1 hour ago, but he apparently started talking about it on Friday. Yeah, he's talking about EOSE here. So, I probably shouldn't say anything about getting investment advice from somebody off Twitter, because that would be a little bit like calling, like, the pot calling the kettle black. But at least I try to make it abundantly clear that I'm just, I mean, I feel like I know more than the average person, but I do try to make it abundantly clear that I'm still just, some guy who enjoys talking about this, and I am by no means the end-all be-all expert, and nothing that I say should be taken as gospel. Maybe this guy doesn't try to make those same statements as abundantly clear, but really, you should take both of our words as equally dubious. Because again, I'm just some guy on the internet, he's just some guy on the internet, and yeah, he had all, those fancy titles onto his name, but what even is that? I can give you a whole bunch of fancy titles that I could probably ascribe to myself. Do I do that? No, because I know that it would be bending the truth, bending the truth, misleading, making me seem like I am more authorized to talk about this stuff than I maybe should be. At least I'm honest. So that's something. Anyway, so what do I think of EOSE? I think so. I know I focused a lot on why it may have popped on Friday, and I am more than happy to attribute that pop to this guy on Twitter talking about it. But let me talk for a bit on how I think about this kind of company, this market to begin with. And I think I already said a little bit about that it is definitely a future-focused company. It's not something that you would expect to be profitable or maybe even have a product right now. But it is definitely, again, you can argue until the cows come home whether or not green energy, wind, solar, all this kind of stuff is the way to go. But you can't deny that whether or not it's a good idea, that is the way things are going. So things like this will be needed. Are they needed right now? I would argue no, because as much as people like to jump up and down about renewables, we are very much still a fossil fuel powered world. But that is shifting, that is changing. And it will eventually change. It will eventually reach an inflection point where companies like this will get to be critical enough that they can be well-established, profitable companies and not just, pipe dreams at best. So if you are a very long-term focused investor, I think a company like this, again, some of them might be better than others. I'm trying not to lump all these battery makers into the same bucket. Based on what I saw, this one might be above average, perhaps. But it is a market. It is a market that will grow with the future. If you're long-term focused, I think this might be a half decent investment. But I'm not going to hit that buy button. Not going to hit that sell button either. I feel bad hitting this hold button. I feel like I've been giving a hold rating to a lot of stuff, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm copping out on a bunch of things. It's legitimately how I feel. Again, this hold is, if you own it, go ahead and hold on to it, because If you own it already, chances are you are probably already playing that long-term game, and you basically have already come to the conclusion of everything that I have already said here. So yeah, by all means, hold on to it, and you may see it go to the moon as batteries become more and more integrated into daily life. But if you don't own it, I don't know if it's something that I would recommend that you get into. Because if you are not already invested, if you don't already believe in it, there are probably better places that you can put your money in the meantime. That's basically what I think of it. And you know what? A rating of 18 is... Again, this is on a scale from minus 100 to positive 100. A rating of 18 is pretty much in line with what I was thinking. You know, I'm slightly into the positive. Not positive enough to give it that buy and say that if you don't own it, you should buy it. But positive enough so that, you know, if anybody is already either monetarily or intellectually or emotionally invested in this market and this company in particular, yeah, more power to you, my friend. Would I recommend you buy more? I don't know about that. But, you know, if you want to average down, I'm not going to stop you. But again, averaging down is kind of a... You're playing chicken a little bit. It always makes me nervous when I hear people say they're going to average down. But, again, you have it. More power to you. That's basically the gist of what I'm trying to say. Again, positive, but, you know, not positive enough to say, hey, go out and grab up as much as you can. And that's basically the gist of what I think about this company and probably this sector, this business sector, this market in general. So I think I've rambled on enough about this. Yeah. If you're so inclined, you can let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one, friends.